Timberwolves continue their... journey as they play an interconference matchup in this road game. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. Here with Coach Dan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And patrolling the sideline for us again tonight, Allie LaForce. For the season series between these two teams, the Bucks came away empty-handed in the last matchup against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line. How about Sarr? Just ridiculous athleticism for a 7-footer.
There's Porter with the three. Drills the three-pointer. Coach Van Gundy, with these two bigs, I know this is a matchup you in particular are very excited about.
Yeah, Kevin, this really feels like a throwback matchup to me. With this style of game, running it through the centers, I feel like I should be on the sideline yelling at these guys.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. He was complimentary of his opponent, Anthony Edwards. Coach told me Ant is a special player in terms of his athleticism, skill, and his mindset. He approaches each matchup with an aggressiveness that we need to try and match. Back over to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Here's Demon. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Now the Bucks moving it up. And Allen with the slam.
Oh, man, what a play by Allen. He really packs a punch.
Pass to Wagner. Driving in. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Well, Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Demon, that's good.
Well, you can see that Edwards isn't trying to do it all on his own. He's also looking for shots for others out there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Sarr the screen. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jared Allen.
One big thing you love about Alex Sarr, he's got that 7'4" wingspan, and as he gets older, he'll fill out that frame plus add to his game.
And the big fella Alex Sarr showing promise. Greg, especially at the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I mean, great mobility for a 7-footer. That's invaluable for a big man in today's game, and has the makings of a modern offensive game as well.
And Porter drops them both. Stan, Michael Porter Jr. is a crucial piece to this offense.
Oh, he absolutely is, Kevin. First of all, we know that shooting provides space for other people to operate, and he certainly does that. But Michael Porter Jr. is also a very timely cutter and gets his share of easy buckets.
Here's Leonard following the three by Minnesota. To the middle. Shot clock at 6.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
Pass to McBride. To the inside. And it's Johnson with the jam. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
To the paint. And stolen by Sarr. It's... Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
At 6'11", Allen, a legitimate threat to finish through the rim, especially when given that kind of position.
And the three ball is good.
3 points. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Champagny. Still yet to score. Leonard draws the double. Just 5 on the clock. Count that one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now McBride. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Edwards drives in. Sarr in the post. And Sarr throws it down.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
13-5.
Allen left side.
Number 7.
And Sarr pulls it down.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Connects from three-point range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Kolek. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Back to McBride. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And another 3 for Minnesota.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Slick move by the claw. A forward who handles the ball like a guard.
And good depth for the Timberwolves. It can be challenging sometimes, Stan, choosing who plays and who sits.
Well, Kevin, that's the kind of problem you want as a coach. But they've traded away a lot of draft capital to assemble this roster. Now it's about paying them to keep them together.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Somebody doesn't have rhythm. Get down. Let's see what we got.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
58 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Six to shoot. And that one's good. Damn it.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Pass to Garza. The rebound by the Bucks. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Leonard missing. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. Over in the corner, McBride drops in the tray. McBride's got 9 points.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Pass to Kolek. Here's Champagnie. Drops in the layup for 2.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thank you, Kevin. Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said, growing up, basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. But after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this, more than if everything had just been smooth. Kevin?
Thank you, Allie. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low number.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Here's Johnson. Here's Garza. Hits the jump hook. Garza's got his second bucket. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Down low. Here's Henderson. Banked in off the glass. Henderson's got his first 2 points.
Well, sometimes you got to go in there and play big, and that's what Scoot did.
Inside. Garza no good. The Bucks trail. Outside Williams. Out to Henderson. The 3. They get it again. Clock at 6. Pass to Porter. From downtown. Bangs on the trifecta. Porter's got 10 points.
Well, this is Porter's go-to shot. He's very proficient from three-point land.
Back to McBride. Here's Garza. Williams with the steal. Here's Vanderbilt. Lays it up off the glass. Now it's a 3-point Bucks lead. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bucks.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Outside Williams. In the corner. Shamet with it. Pass to Henderson. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. And coach for teams defending the pick and roll. Here, coach is talking about being at the level. What does that mean?
Well, Kevin, what it means is the guy guarding the screener, the defender guarding the screener, has to be all the way up with that guy at the point of the screen, as opposed to being in drop coverage where the guy defending the screener will lay back.
Teams changing it up here. Screen by Allen. Here's Leonard. Out to Henderson. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Vanderbilt. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Rizachet.
Yeah, Henderson is so talented. They're showing great vision.
Timberwolves trail by 3. No question, Scoot Henderson has excelled from a very early age.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think it was tough on Scoot Henderson when he first came in the league. The expectations were so high, and we didn't absolutely dominate early. People got down on him, but this is a really talented guy. If we just give him a little time, he's going to be one of the best guards in this league.
Henderson. Allen. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Pass to Song. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, he's going to have to watch himself now. It's a little early for that second foul.
Bucks leading by 3. Now here's Henderson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Leonard draws the double. Shot clock at 5. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Here's McBride. 11 points in the game. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. It's on Kawhi Leonard. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Pass to Allen. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Over in the corner, Edward. No good. That would have tied it. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Champagny. Leonard with no one around. Hits the three-point bomb. Leonard's got 11.
Incredible accuracy from Leonard, daring the defense to cover him outside.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Pass to McBride. Launches it. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Well, he started out with 3 triples in the first quarter, but he hasn't been able to connect from distance here in the second.
Now Vanderbilt. The rebound by McBride. It's Edwards on the wing. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose? Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. 1:29 left to play here in the second quarter. Johnson outside. Pass to Saul. 5 on the clock. Tries it from 19. And it's Wagner missing.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go do it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
He's just a natural scorer who can heat up fast. Porter's offensive game very impressive, and he's still adding to it.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Henderson, bounce pass. A fadeaway. Leonard, no luck.
Well, the defense was giving him that one, but he made the shot more difficult than it needed to be. You gotta play smart.
Back to Edwards. Williams with the block.
Yeah, Williams gets at least one swat a game. He's got great anticipation.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 4. In the corner, it's Saul. And Saul throws it down.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bucks lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Outside Leonard. The Bucks working the ball around. Back to Henderson. He takes it in. And then Henderson with the jam.
Explosive in every way. The quick first step, and then you see the hop.
Here's Demon. And that one is good. Demon's got 5 now.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Pass to Saul. Here's Demon. The open shot, Edwards. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Effective use of the mid-range there by Edwards. He's a true 3-level scorer.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The Timberwolves have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance. Anthony Edwards said, I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me. Back to you, Kevin.
Fills it up with the best. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Porter, no luck. For the lead, Saar. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
Henderson, no good. Now the Timberwolves with it. It's off to Utah after this game where they'll face the Jazz. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
Yeah, they've come out of the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Bucks trail by 3. Pass to Leonard. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And the foul called on Alex Saul. That is his first foul of the game.
and really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Leonard chewing him up inside.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
There's the pick to the middle. And Sarr throws it down.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammate.
And the slam by Williams.
Well, this is where Williams gets most of his points. Rolling off the screen, ready to catch and finish.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Igor Demon. That'll be his second foul of the game. And timeout called by Chris Finch. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Give yourself a round of applause. Substitution on the bench.
Anderson with it. Pass to Allen. Johnson with the block.
Well, Johnson is never one to take a play off, and his hustle let him be in position for that block.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Henderson touched it last.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Clock at 4. And here's Edwards from the arc. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Pass to Vanderbilt. On the wing, Porter. 12 points for him. And staying with the play, Allen.
And that's what happens when you get after it on the glass. Allen grinding it out and creating that second chance opportunity for himself.
Pulls up on the wing. Rebound, Milwaukee. To the paint. Here's Vanderbilt.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Pass to McBride. It's Edwards on the wing. The muscle from Edwards.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
No question, Michael Porter Jr. is a true shooter. Stan, he gets out there and scores, it seems like, every possession.
Well, listen, Michael Porter Jr. is not only a great shooter, he's got that high release that people can't get to. So he knows when he shoots it. It's just a matter of make or miss.
On the wing, Porter. And there's the call on Rizichet. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. They swipe it. Here's McBride. Good on the triple. And it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Back to McBride. Shoots the 3. Takes a shot at the elbow. And the shot no good, a bit short. Here's Henderson. That one falls. Henderson's got 4 points in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pass to Garza. Over Allen. Kicks it out to Johnson. Here's Garza. Defended by Allen. Garza no good.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Pass to Vanderbilt. And here is Allen. Down low. And taken away by Johnson. Here's McBride. Three-pointer. Gets the three-pointer to fall. McBride's got 22 points.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Pass to Shireman. This one for three.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Outside Porter with a tie. Garza pulls it in.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't take them pay.
Tries again. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Minnesota on top, up 2.
Minnesota, 69.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Here's Wagner. Pass to McBride. From deep. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And Minnesota has possession. A 2-point game. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content. It's on Robert Williams. And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Kolek. Pass to Porter. Over Johnson. Porter, no luck. Minnesota leading by 4. Knocked away. Here's Garza. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Garza's got the lead up to 6 now for Minnesota.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like, in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Clock is at 3. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Puts it up from 7. 2 points. That one goes. Garza's got 6 points in the quarter. Pass to Champagny. Now here's Williams. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Kolek. And Porter, here we go. Rebound by Johnson. Minnesota leading by 8. Right wing. Here's Shireman. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, he was scuffling with this shot in the first half, but since the break, he's been putting it all together.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers' huddle. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. They need this one. Pass to Kohler. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Bounce pass, Wagner. Here's Garza. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
And that one misses. To stand, you don't see a whole lot of players, 6'10", with the perimeter skills of a Franz Wagner.
You sure don't, Kevin. And not a guy with his size, strength, and skill. And he can create shots for himself. He can finish through contact. And he will also create shots for his teammates.
Timberwolves on offense. They're on a 10-1 run right now. Here's Demon. Pass to Garza. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And here is Williams. To the left side wing. To the inside. Pass to Leonard. Here goes Kawhi. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That's what this coaching staff has encouraged Leonard to do. They want him in attack mode.
Here's Garza. Back to Edwards. For the three. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Champagny. Outside Leonard. Pass to Kolek. Out to the right wing. Leonard attacking. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
We're seeing the offensive side of Kawhi tonight. One of the all-time great two-way players.
For three, Edwards. Edwards puts in the three.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Another chance. Sweet shot at the right time.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Here's Demon. Williams with the block.
Well, this is the kind of defender Williams is. Aggressive and ready to go after blocks.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And that's an intentional foul. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. So both teams making some changes here. .158 left in the fourth. Johnson the screen. Shot clock at 6. 17-foot shot away. Rebounded by Allen inside. And up the court come the Bucks on the break.
Busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Now Song. Now McBride. Edwards. Edwards making a statement.
Well, we've seen this movie before. Edwards is rolling, and his energy right now is infectious.
And down goes the three.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Showing no hesitation and in a huge moment. Kawhi wants the ball when they need a bucket.
There's 57 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Oh, what a play inside.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the game.
Leonard. Johnson rips down the board. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him.
4th team foul.
And get the three. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. They trail by 7. Outside Henderson. And he does not hit. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Here's Edwards. And so the Timberwolves take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory.